Tell me about yourself. Probably this is the most unprepared answer given by most of the freshers who appear for their first few interviews. It is not because they don't know that this question will be asked. Every graduate, even those who are in their first year, know that this is the first question asked in the interviews. Then why is it that most of the graduates, when they appear for the interview, don't go prepared? One of the reasons is they don't know what to say, or they have been misguided about what to say. In this video, we will give you comprehensive guidance on everything you need to know about self-introduction. We will talk about number 1, why self-introduction is important. Number 2, how you should prepare. Number 3, what you should say in the interview and what mistakes people make. Number 4, how to frame sentences which will be easy for those who don't know English. Number 5, and a sample self-introduction. Once you go through this video and apply the aspects that are given, you can clear any interview. Since this is going to be a comprehensive video, it will be in 2 parts. Make sure that you go through the above 2 videos. The concept that we are teaching you in this video is a collaborative effort of people who have more than a decade of corporate experience and worked in the recruitment industry. This has been designed after, number 1, observing thousands of people while they appear for the interview. Number 2, interacting with hundreds of HR recruiters. Number 3, training thousands of students on the interview process. And number 4, personally interviewing thousands of students for various positions. So let's begin with why self-introduction is important. It is an important parameter. Being part of the industry for the last 12 years, we have interacted with a lot of recruiters. When asked upon what are the factors which they consider for shortlisting the candidates, the HRs said that one of the factors is if the students can talk about themselves for 2 to 3 minutes confidently. Then also they are okay to give them the job offer. A lot of recruiters consider that self-introduction is an important parameter for shortlisting the students. Number 2, psychology of the interview. When the recruiters come for hiring, during the interview, there is a constant question that goes on in their mind. Should I select this candidate or should I reject this candidate? Whenever a candidate answers the question properly, it adds points towards selection. Whenever they cannot answer, it adds points to rejection. And a lot of times many recruiters decide whether to hire a person or not in the first 1 to 2 minutes. The remaining time they spend with the candidate is to justify whether their decision is correct or not. Since self-introduction is the first question that is asked, if a student prepares well, he or she can create a very good first impression on the recruiter and enhance the chances of getting selected. Number 3, opportunity to create self-worth. Self-introduction is an opportunity to create self-worth and demonstrate all the skills and abilities one possesses and proving that they are the best fit for this job role. Have you ever received any blank check? Which means the check you received, you can put any amount on that. Of course, the amount that you put also depends on who gives you that offer. Let's say, if you get a blank check from a very rich person, what would you do? What is the amount that you will put? Will you put a couple of thousand, or you put couple of lakhs, or you put couple of millions? You have the choice, right? Similarly, self-introduction is an opportunity to display all your strengths and talents that you have. How much value you put for the display completely depends on you. So, what should be the ultimate goal of self-introduction? Self-introduction should be given in such a way there should not be any doubt in the recruiter's mind about your candidature, and they should absolutely get convinced beyond any doubt. The next aspect is how to prepare for self-introduction. Strategy for demonstrating your skills. You must understand what the recruiters are looking for in the candidates. You can understand that from the job description. After you go through the job description, you can prepare the list of skills that you need to showcase in the self-introduction. The skills might vary from company to company or depends on the role which they are hiring. Intensity of the skill also varies based on the profile of the job. In general, there are four important areas which the recruiters generally look for. Number one, confidence, the feeling and belief one has on their ability. Number two, communication, which means ability to converse with others in English. Number three, technical skills, which means ability to perform tasks related to work. Number four, other traits and strengths like way of thinking or behavior or attitude or personality traits like hard work, dedication, innovation, etc. After listing down the skills you want to showcase, then figure out how to demonstrate it in words and sentences you would like to use, which means connecting the skills with the task you have done. We have released 2 videos recently where we talked about how to identify and showcase strengths. Please go through those videos for more clarity. Others we will also cover a couple of examples in the later part of the video. Number 2. The next aspect is preparation of body language. Things like how will you take permission to enter the room, how will you greet the HR, how will you enter the room, how will you sit on the chair, how do you maintain the eye contact, how do you smile, how do you maintain the excitement throughout the interview. Now, pay attention to what I am about to say. This is the most important aspect. The best way to create a long-lasting impression on the recruiter is by smiling and staying excited throughout the interview. Right from the moment you take permission to enter the room, greet the HR, step into the room, sit on the chair, answer the questions until you leave the room, you have to ensure that you smile and stay excited. Whether you are able to answer the question or not, irrespective of whether the HR smiles back at you or not, you have to maintain the smile and excitement throughout the interview. A lot of students get very nervous in their interviews. It will be very obvious by looking at their face. And if you can practice how to smile and stay excited throughout the interview, you are already ahead of a lot of people. Now, how to greet the HR. Before you enter the room, knock the door gently and take permission to enter the room, and based on the time, you could say either good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Remember, the aspect of smiling and staying excited, it starts from here. Allow the HR to give you the permission to take the seat. Don't be in a hurry to grab the chair without the HR offering you to sit in the chair. Once the chair is offered, don't forget to thank the HR. And when you sit in a comfortable up straight position. Don't slouch forward or backward. Try to keep yourself at a one spot. And don't fidget. Don't touch your face. Use hand gestures. Do not occupy the table of the HR with your belongings. How to start the self-introduction? Number 1. Thank the HR for giving you the opportunity to speak about yourself. This will create a good impression. Number 2. If the HR takes your name and asks you the question like, Arvind Kumar, tell me about yourself, then you need not repeat your name. Most of the students would have prepared for their self-introduction by taking their name first. So it is important to pay attention if the HR is taking their name or not. Do you remember the famous dialogue of Amitabh Bachchan in Sholay? Tumhara naam kya hai Basanti? If you repeat your name even after the HR takes your name, it will be just like this dialogue. Now, how to tell your name? It is better to use an adjective when you tell your name. For example, I could say my name is Arvind and I am a very ambitious person, or I am a very hardworking person. How to talk about your education? Talk about what are you pursuing currently, or what is it that you have completed. You can add which branch you have chosen and the reason for choosing this branch. Which college you have studied, what did you achieve in your academics. And do not talk about the percentages. It is already given in the resume. If at all you want to mention the percentages, you can specify if you are consistent in maintaining your percentages, or if you are among the top 3 candidates in your branch or in your college. You can say something like, I have completed my BTech in computer science stream from Premier College of Engineering. I chose computer science because of the passion I have for coding, through which I also have the opportunity to optimally utilize my full potential. I have maintained 7.5 CGPA throughout my academics and am one of the top performers in the class. How to talk about your family? If you want to talk about your family, you could strategize this in showcasing your abilities or using certain sentences like, my father is a farmer and I helped him in adopting modern practices into cultivation. Or you could say something like, my parents are teachers and I learned the art of discipline from them. You can connect this aspect with the qualities that you have acquired from your parents, or you can connect with some contribution that you have made, which is valuable if the HR knows about it. Candidates generally make the mistake of just mentioning their names of their parents and their profession. It will not add much value in the interview. This is all for this video. We will cover in the next video aspects like how to talk about your hobbies, strengths, achievements, how to talk about your technical capabilities, how to talk about your future plans, and how to end the conversation, and the most important things that are do's and don'ts in the next video.